There's just something about this place. There's a beauty that you really have to experience for yourself. It's a perfect place to escape, all while staying connected. From one season to the next, you'll find exactly what you're looking for here. This is North Bay, and you should be here. Surrounded by beauty, this is a place where you can get away from it all, or every entertainment one.
Ontario's mining sector is a global leader, and Agnico Eagle is proud to be at its heart. As Canada's largest gold producer, we operate world-class mines like Detour Lake and Macassa, creating thousands of jobs and driving billions in economic activity. But our impact goes beyond production. We foster a culture of the heart, investing in communities, supporting social development, and partnering with Indigenous groups to build lasting relationships and shared prosperity. We're shaping a future where Ontario remains a powerhouse in responsible resource development, strengthening the economy and enriching lives for generations to come.
Aztec Safety is #1 for online safety training.
Aztec Safety is the proud sponsor of the Aztec Safety Challenge, the #1 event on the World Curling Tour.
And Aztec Safety has been a proud sponsor of Team Jacobs on our quest to represent Canada at the Olympic Games.
Come on into Montana's, where there is a deal every day. Why not try half-price wings Mondays, $5 tacos Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, $25.99 platters Thursdays, and drink deals every day. Only at Montana's, Canada.
Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
There's just something about this place. There's a beauty that you really have to experience for yourself. It's a perfect place to escape, all while staying connected. From one season to the next, you'll find exactly what you're looking for here. This is North Bay, and you should be here.
Come on into Montana's, where there's a deal every day. Why not try half-price wings Mondays, $5 tacos Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, $25.99 platters Thursdays, and drink deals every day. Only at Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
Welcome to the rockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
So we're back for end number 2. If you're wondering who I am, my name is Jim Nixon. I'm here with Terry Corbin doing this. We had a little technical glitch in the first end, and you wouldn't have the good news or bad news of listening to me talk for half an end, but Terry was here, and we had an exciting first end, really, in a way, Terry. Like, it really looked like John Epping was going to get 2 or 3 in the first, and he only gets 1 spot in the first end.
Yeah, JC Beecroft with his last rock facing 2 threw an in-turn draw and got it around everything there on the center line and was able to sit second shot. And John really was drawing for his second point and came up obviously very close, but just short of getting his 2.
Yeah, a miss that you wouldn't expect from John Epping, to be honest,
Yeah,
especially in a spot of the ice that they just played. It wasn't new to him, but regardless, it just shows even the best can miss from easy ones sometimes. So Beecroft now with the hammer and playing end number 2 here.
Yeah, we talked a little bit in the first and again, good news, bad news. I mean, good news is some people didn't hear our comments. Bad news is we really did give a lot of information,
Yeah.
but we were just saying we don't know much about this Beecroft team, and on paper, it certainly doesn't look like it's going to be a match. In fact, it looks like a mismatch when you think about where John's played for the last kind of 10 years. I mean, but as it turns out, like sometimes you just have to make one real good shot and end. And certainly Beecroft made that one shot that he needed to make. John missed that one shot that he needed to make. And as a result, with the hammer, Johnny only gets 1.
Well, exactly, yeah. And really nice roll here for Team Epping on the previous shot.
Yep.
For this one. Just trying to work my way through this, get people who's who here. Rob Clayton here throwing this one for Team Beecroft. Got a chance at the double. Might not have enough weight.
Knows, yeah. John will zip around that again, I think.
He's on the guard.
Interesting.
That is interesting. I would not have expected that either. I was with you. I expect him to be going right around that rock and around the red and blue.
But this is so John. I mean, he's guarding against the Rays.
Yeah.
And he will use the 4-foot, depending on what Team Beecroft. There's a short one by Tanner.
Yeah, Tanner Hogan, second stone. And for those that don't know, I think I'm right in saying the Hogan brothers are also the brothers to Tracy Fleury.
Correct.
Who everybody probably knows. And if you don't, you should by now. Holy cow.
She plays on some women's team. She plays third.
They're not playing in this. Give you a hint. They're not playing in the Scotties this year just because.
Yeah, that's right.
Bad miss here by Rob. And then joking on
now
that,
game on.
Homan is actually, because she's in the Olympics, is not going to be able to play in the ladies in the Scotties, so she gives up her spot, forfeits her spot to that. And some people wonder, well, she should be able to play in everything. Well, you can't always play in everything, and you probably don't want to play the Scotties like 2 days before you head to the Olympics sort of thing. So it's probably the best in the long run. Teams that win complain too much about it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably a good thing. I mean, you want your team to be, well rested, and I mean, the Olympics is just an event in itself, and then you got to think about, and I have to curl.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jay Corrigan trying to sneak this one around, and he will. It's a great draw, great sweeping by Ian McMillan there. Hold that one straight. Once again, J.C. Beecroft finds himself in some trouble. He really needs some help here. He needs probably needs to get a piece of this red one, or get all of this red one. He needs to clear more than one rock on this shot. Anyways, I know.
That would be ideal.
Yeah. Al Johnson now being asked to do something with these red rocks. Hopefully remove one for sure, and probably two would be much better.
Got a curl.
Oh, it's not good at all. Oh, it's a bad one.
Yeah, you start to wonder, I mean, unfortunately, we know the game John likes to play. Lots of rocks, angles and everything. We don't know what the strength of this Beecroft team is. Certainly, they've already missed 3 hits, and we're only into N2. So yeah, you start to wonder what would be the best game plan for them to adapt to, because you're not going to get many misses out of John.
No.
This team is solid from top to bottom. There, John has all the experience. He doesn't usually get out skipped in terms of strategy, and he's such a good thrower. The Horgan brothers are very good. We've seen them at the Canadian Junior Championships and everything, and Ian's just a solid player.
Yeah. So look at another draw for Jake here. He's going to come right around, I think, and try to line him up. My theory on that always was, Terry, if your team can't hit with the team you're playing, just don't try.
That's right. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that means some games will get out of hand and you'll get off early, but there's just no point in staying out there and losing 8-5 or something or 4, whatever the score is, rather than taking a shot at, we're just going to go hard at it. If it doesn't work, we'll be done in 4 or 5 ends. So,
well, exactly. I mean, so, and I know people didn't hear our first end, but this is a 16-team triple knockout. That's a lot of teams, to a provincial. I know here in, I'm going to call it Southern Ontario, only because we call where they're playing here Northern Ontario Championship. But Ontario is engaged in their playdowns right now, and I think there's only 8 teams. Yeah. No, there might be 12. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, 16 is a lot of teams.
Yeah. Yeah, in a triple knockout format, being different round robin formats, you're not going to have 16 teams, so it's a little different for sure. Here in Nova Scotia, where I am, it's they started today as well, and both men's and ladies are both 8-team round robins, so they'll play 7 games and then a playoff after that. So, heading down there tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
So Beecroft is he's just in a complete mess here, and there's only 2 rocks each to come. Epping playing draw right around to the top of the 4-foot in front of the one that's almost biting the button.
Yeah.
And if he puts it in the right spot, JC's just not going to have much. He's going to be playing another end where he's hoping to only give up a point or two. But if John ever slips this one a little too deep, though, Terry, he could leave Beecroft a good opportunity, maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to pick it's not going to be deep.
No, okay. A sweeper from way back or something that I didn't know about? It was deep, but it wasn't. But it was in the right line, so he's okay.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I see there's 12 teams in Ontario. A lot of playdowns are starting this weekend.
Yeah. And some have ended. PEI's is over.
Yeah.
Well, somebody else. I guess maybe that's the only one I know for sure that's over.
BC's done. BC's done.
So JC Beecroft now will try to hit probably half of that rock, maybe even a little less than half of that rock, and get rid of two of them. Give himself maybe some kind of a shot for his final stone. I think the guys, if they could get a couple ends out of the belt here and feel a little more comfortable and everything else that goes with it, they could turn this around. It's just really tough when you're just constantly looking at too many rocks, basically.
Yeah, so far it's been a chase.
Yeah. So Beecroft, that was a pretty good stone. Looks like he set that out a little bit, though.
Yeah, it's
make it curl now.
Really has to curl.
I don't know how far it's going to get over there. He might get a piece.
No.
Well, it didn't get better. Oh, man. I don't envy him for his next shot. He's really not much, but he might. I was going to say, John might decide to come on the interim, because if he doesn't, then there's probably an opportunity for Beecroft to maybe sneak out of this with just giving up two, but doesn't really have to guard that right-hand side as we look at it on the long view, because he can't get anything other than just a half of one rock.
Yeah.
This is one, when I'm throwing this, my team is like, just don't throw this. Whatever you do, you're going to probably make it easier for the other guy. It's set up pretty nice for John Epping right now.
Yeah, I think you throw it. I really don't think you can hurt yourself too bad. If you get the bite the 8-foot almost parallel to the one that's just biting the 8-foot there, I don't know what JC has left.
No. Anything other than really being anywhere in the top half of the circle is pretty good here.
Yeah, and you know what? You can actually come down to the top one. I don't know whether it's second or third shot, but you could come right to it. And I don't think you hurt yourself.
No, I agree.
This is pretty good.
I may or may not get it to the rings. They're going to get it just to the rings, but that's okay too. That's about. And so you can see with the shot that JC Beecroft has now, he's looking to try to draw the edge of the button. Maybe if he can get to the edge of the button to cut John Epping probably to 1. But man, he's got to make a shot that's just, for the best guys out there, it's going to be like a 1 in 10 shot to get this to where he's trying to get it. So tough shot, but had a tough shot in the first end either, and he made a pretty good one. So.
Yeah, because the sad part is you can full. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. You can throw full 4, and just give up 3. Wow.
Yeah. John Epping shot, actually, you'd almost have to rate as a bit of a miss, to be honest, Terry. Like that, anywhere in front of that rock that's in there, or even a little bit on the outside edge, would have been a much better spot than where John's ended up. But other than it's in the house, that's about it. So Beecroft rock, unfortunately, the sweeper just indicating a little bit heavy, which is never going to be a good sign right now. But coming down, might not be as bad as they think.
It's not, but I think it might over curl.
Well, that would not be good.
Yeah, it's going
to get by the top. He will. And you called it. So John Epping will steal 3 in end number 2 here at the Northern Ontario Men's Curling Provincials in North Bay, Ontario. You're watching on Curling Stadium, North Bay. We'll be back after the break.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting 10-fold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring...
At least to see what I think. So after 2 ends of play here in North Bay, John Epping has a 4-0 lead over JC Beecroft in the Northern Ontario Men's Provincial Championships. Just getting underway here in North Bay, where both these teams playing their first game in this triple knockout. As Terry told us last time, there's 16 teams playing a triple knockout. So a long way to go here yet for everybody, win or lose this one. But so far, it's been an all Epping show, I think.
Yeah, several misses and like misses, straight misses. They didn't get anything from the miss. Like not moving rocks around or anything, and it just turned into a disaster.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that was his only shot. Really, was to, give up 3 instead of 5.
Yeah, I think so too. I think a great shot there would have been to give up 2.
Yeah,
he made a pretty darn good shot just to give up 3. So, doesn't seem too flustered by it though. He probably recognizes that, overall these guys they're probably not quite at the level of the Epping team. So they've just got to plod along and see what they can do and see if they can hang in this for a while.
Well, and I mean, yeah, I think as you kind of mentioned, just get your feet underneath you, and I mean, just getting on the scoreboard, I think would be a win right now. I mean, because if you don't get on the scoreboard real quick, it's not gonna get any better. But because I mean, as much as John likes to, play the junky game, I mean, he's not stupid, and he'll get rid of rocks as he needs to, and so just getting on the scoreboard here, make it 4-1,
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it's even though it's on paper it sounds like we got to keep hammering till you score 2 or 3, but right now scoring 1 has been a challenge, so let's get 1.
Yeah,
and then figure it out from there. So Tanner Horgan now with his first here in the 3rd end. John throwing up a guard on the one in the biting the button. Plugging that hole. Beecroft better get rid of some rocks up here, I think, if he can.
Yeah.
It's tough. Going to take a couple shots probably to get to anywhere good here. I don't know what that was. That might have been a peel signal. Or it might have been just like me, adjusted his hat. So I'm not sure which.
I think you had it right the first time.
Yeah. Rob Clayton now. Or is this Rob Clayton? Yeah, Rob Clayton. It's going to get. There he goes. Well, that's a pretty darn good shot, Terry.
That's better.
It wasn't easy to get both of them, and he did. So he's, unfortunately not out of the woods yet. But there was no. You got to go baby steps, I think, on those shots. It's gonna, it's going to take more than one shot. So get rid of that one, and then if he gets another opportunity, you got to make another one, and then all of a sudden you got 2 guards and maybe something to work with. So
that's right.
Tanner Horgan now. So if you're John, you're playing this, as you mentioned, probably, being aware of the score and all that goes with it, and don't go all defense, but at the same time, don't be silly, if you will, if you want to use the back of a better term.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be, so. These guys there's just not a ton of curl here, so throwing those ones up is not too hard. He looks like he's only taking a couple feet ice to throw that shot, so maybe 2.5. So JC better look at getting rid of that again, I think. He will. Well, Clayton looking for his second double of the end.
Yep.
Little speed wobble coming out there. That's fine, though, as long as he gets rid of this rock. You want to let that curl, maybe. Oh, where's he going to hit? That's a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
I'd like to get a little more curl out of the red one. Just can't quite get started, he says. They need to be able to make those, one of those, those 2 or 3 in a row here, ready at the start of an end to get the end going a little bit in their direction. Rather than after 3 rocks every time, they're having to chase. So that's a tough struggle against anybody. So Jake Horgan now. How old would Jake be, Terry? Probably just like 22 or something like that?
25. 25.
Oh, is he? Okay. I didn't realize he was that old. That's relatively speaking.
I was gonna say, okay, that you're talking that as being old. Wow.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even want to. Unfortunately, I'm at the age. The math on those 2 is really easy to do. I don't want to go there. An opportunity now, though, for JC Beecroft. First real opportunity they've had.
Yeah, if you could ever play that intern to the point where, nice and quiet, get half a rock rolling behind the coverage there that's been provided.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Terry. I think that's a shot for these guys because, if you felt really good, you could go turn through the hole and behind all the center guard stuff. But right now it's been a struggle, so let's play this one. This one's got to curl a little more, though. Going to get over enough?
Going to get a piece of it, but they're going to roll out, I think.
Yeah, that's too bad. Had it stayed anywhere out there, you might have seen John do something with it rather than just leave it there in this case with the 4-0 lead. But
yeah, those are the ones that you got to capitalize on,
Yeah, absolutely. So Jake Horgan now will play the out turn, come around through the port. Looking for something above the tee line, but close to the tee line on this. Speed looks pretty good, Terry. I haven't timed him, but it does look pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't been timing them either.
My timed one, it came up at 3 minutes and 4 seconds, so I figured I didn't get it right. I'm terrible at shutting it off. I do that when I play myself. Great shot for Jake Horgan there. Perfect.
Yeah.
In some scenarios in a different game, you might say, well, it's not that perfect. He comes down and freezes on it, and he hasn't got much else. And, yeah, I agree, but still, pretty darn good shot right now. When you're up 4-0, he comes down and freezes on it. Might not be so bad. There's not a lot of run backs there, I don't think, for Beecroft. But he's going to try one. Probably make red, blue here. I don't know if he's looking at it that way, but from where I sit, it looks like, yeah, the red, blue would be an option and still get rid of
Hack weight, talking. The front end's getting involved here. I love it. Hey, come on.
I don't know what their signals meant. I usually that way they did that with the brooms, it sort of sometimes indicates just, bump it like 5 feet or whatever the length of a broom is, but
Yeah.
obviously that wasn't what they were doing.
Nope.
So let's see what he gets here. Right, bingo and bang. Oh, that was like,
well, it's
set
now
6.
in the rings.
No, but that was a great shot, really.
Yeah.
That really was. And almost a really great shot. He almost put that right behind the guard, but I think better that he didn't, to be honest.
John has to make a play at it.
Yeah.
Which could leave, now a hit and roll behind the red stone for Team Beecroft.
No, you're exactly right. Yeah. If, at the very worst case, now you got at least an open hit to do something. So,
yes.
Yeah. So John Epping now with his first here in end number 3. Plan on this going pretty darn straight, so he's throwing a reasonable amount of weight here.
Yeah.
Might have been out a little bit. They're trying to move it over already. They're backed off a little bit, but should be pretty good. And bingo, no problem at all. But the good news for JC Beecroft is he got an opportunity, which he hasn't had many of. So
I know.
Yeah. Actually, a decent opportunity at 2 here if he can make one roll. So he won't take much ice either, figuring they're going to be able to hold it or even back it up a little tiny bit here off the center line if they have to. What weight were you thinking here, Terry? Are you thinking like a board or something? Or
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you got to bring sweeping into it. Certainly the sweeping on Team Beecroft is not the same as it would be on Team Epping, but I think the quieter weight, you can maneuver the stone a little bit with sweeping.
Yeah.
Got a better chance at making a hit and roll.
So it's on its way for JC Beecroft here. He's certainly in the neighborhood of what he needs to be. I don't know where that rock is exactly, but he's got to be close.
Going the other way.
A little bit unlucky with where he ended up.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 inches less or 8 inches less, he would have been smack dab behind the guard. But John's going to be a little careful with it. But a nice shot. Nice to see JC have a opportunity to throw a shot that was not quite as difficult as most of them have been so far. So
that's right.
And shouldn't have a lot of trouble with this. It's basically the same shot he just threw, and they really just kind of managed it pretty easily on the way down the sheet. So shouldn't curl on him. That would be the only way you'd get into much trouble, I think. John Epping with the outturn hit, sit 2. Force JC Beecroft into taking 1 here in the third end.
Good
on the brooms, yeah.
Good shot, yeah.
So nice weight control, eh? That's really just hack, maybe tiny a foot over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Beecroft now will throw a draw, which he's had pretty good luck with so far, to be honest. His draw weight has been pretty good. So looking to draw, he just needs
full 8. Full 8, yeah.
So hopefully they'll make this one, which would give them the 1 point that we talked about at the start of the end. And you need a few feel-good moments in this game every now and then when you're struggling. So this would be a feel-good moment, regardless of how many it is.
Yeah, I would think so. And, kind of critical, as I mentioned earlier. Just get on the scoreboard. I mean, you got to put 1 up before you can put any more up.
Ooh, sweepers. You scared me a little bit there. I thought you were going to jump really hard on that. Looks like he might have to sweep a little bit to me, but I'm not that good at this sweeping stuff.
Yeah, they're going to have to really go hard on this. It looks like he might have pulled the string.
Oh.
Yeah, he's pulled the string. Oh, dear.
Well, tough miss there for JC Beecroft, and John Epping will steal 2 more in end number 3 and take a 6-0 lead as we go to the break here in North Bay.
Hey Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
Surrounded by beauty on every side, this is a place where you can get away from it all, or be right there in the center of everything. Arts, sports, entertainment, a vibrant culture. This is North Bay, and it is exactly where I want to be.
Arrange your appointment. So we're back for end number 4 here at Curling Stadium, North Bay, for the Northern Ontario Men's Provincials. And Terry, obviously Epping has dominated this, but the last end was a little bit of a change around, and nice to see. It didn't result in points for Beecroft, but much better looking result at the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's so unfortunate. He's made, a couple draws that were right in on the 4-foot area, and just needed full 8-foot, just pulled the string. I mean, you can just see the body language after that throw by Team Beecroft. I mean, it was not good, but I'm still at that same, point. You just get on the scoreboard. I mean, the last thing you want to do is shake hands and never see the scoreboard. So.
Yeah, true enough. Well, they can see the scoreboard. They just can't see any positivity on it. It doesn't send a positive message, as they say. So
that's right. That's right.
And unfortunately, the first rock in this end didn't end up where he'd like either. He would have liked that to have been short.
Yep.
Set up a corner guard, get something going, and instead it's in the house, and Ian McMillan would have an open hit and stick here to force, or not to force yet, but just to set 2 for John Epping. And
yeah, I mean, they're just so consistent, and they not only practice constantly, but I mean they're out on the tour and the Grand Slam events, and playing just top-notch competition where you can win and lose games by inches, and then every end can require a really good shot from the skip on his last one. And so, they're used to, close games, and I think, honestly, if you're being totally transparent, I mean, this is a warm-up game for them.
Sure. Yeah. Actually, thinking of, the tour and all that kind of stuff, it would be interesting to see what the field's like for the Grand Slam event starting today, and in wherever they are. Manitoba, I think it's Steinbach, maybe, and
yep.
Yeah, so I don't know what that field looks like. I don't know if that's the Tour Championship. Maybe you had to win your way into that one. So, because obviously, I guess my point is that there's a lot of provincial championships going on across the country this weekend. So there'd be a lot of teams which normally would be in a slam event that would be like John Epping that are playing here or in their home provinces, so they aren't able to play. But anyway, that's a different story. We'll let them figure that one out. We'll figure this one out as we go over from now through the weekend. So.
Yeah, well, I can tell you there's 12 teams playing in that event.
Yeah. So did they have to be Did you have to win to get in that sort of thing? Is that how that worked, or do you know?
I honestly don't know. But I mean, I don't. The team from China, did they win an event? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's kind of a points thing
Yeah. Okay.
as well. Like, and then you decline as you
Yeah.
see fit, because I know Jacobs is in it, and I know Schuster's in it. The team from Switzerland's there. But that's kind of all I know. I'm just going to look it up now.
Yeah, that'd be Schwaller, and Casper's in it too. I saw his name this morning, but that's about all I know. So anyway, as we get towards halfway through this fourth end here, you can see John Epping is resisting any urge to throw up any guards or get anything out front. He just kind of keep piling them in. Basically.
Oh, look at this! Well, there you go.
About as good a shot as you can make. To be honest, and from a results point of view, you move the corner guard over a little bit further, and you set your rock somewhere where John's probably going to get rid of at least one or two of his own here on this shot. So
yeah, called for the peel.
Yeah,
certainly Tanner can throw some heat.
Yeah, Tanner Horgan with the 7-seconder here or whatever it is.
Yeah, he's got great leg drive. Oh my Lord, who would have ever saw that coming?
Yeah, always better to hit the other rock, but for now, a little opportunity for Team Beecroft, although he probably doesn't know exactly where to go with this. I'm not sure. What are you thinking here, Terry? If you're Beecroft here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think he's going to end up hitting this top blue one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be nice to go in behind the corner guard, but you're going to be probably forced shot if you do. So that probably swayed the decision a bit.
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes you got to consider, well, if we go in there, can we ever get to count it? And sometimes it's like, well, no, you're not ever going to count it. So
yeah,
don't bother. You might as well go ahead and do this. Although it would be nice to stay.
Yeah, you just had to stay there.
Yeah.
Force John into making doubles as opposed to singles.
Yeah. Unfortunate for sure.
Yep.
Team's struggling a little bit. They just haven't got it figured out yet, and
yeah.
And you can tell just watching them play. They're certainly not guys that are out playing on any circuit anywhere on a regular basis, and decided to play in this because it's the Provincials, and what the heck.
Well, and you never know too. Like I remember in the olden days, you used to get a lot of club teams because it was being hosted at your club. So
yeah.
Now you pretty much have to qualify for all provincials at some level.
Yeah. When I first moved to Nova Scotia, just a short story here, relatively short. Provincials were 48 teams, and then they played a double knockout down to 15, and then they played a new double knockout, and you had to qualify to get to the 48s out of your club. So you had to play down. You had to play down to get to 48s, right? But it was a big deal. Clubs were full when we had our playdowns in our club for playing for 2 or 3 spots or whatever we were allowed. The place was full and booming and all that kind of stuff. And, and now provincials are 8 teams, and, there could be probably a few more than that. There's certainly more teams than that, but not that many. But no club teams no longer bother with it or anything like that.
That's right, yeah.
That people would argue, well, they shouldn't be there if they're not going to be competitive and all that. Well, I don't know. I'm not convinced which is better right now. So I'd like to see more people participating, but this is not a bad-looking shot. Could sweep it over there a little bit, maybe. No. And a read on Andre Purcell. Must be the rep for Century 21. But anyway, yeah, so it's certainly a different world in the curling world. Now, that's going back a long time, but still, it's interesting how it's changed over time. And like I say, I'm not sure what's better or what's not better. It's just different, I guess, is a better way to put it.
Yeah.
Jake Horgan now look to remove the Beecroft stone.
I'm sure this must be a little challenging because for Team Epping, because I mean they're playing on that ice that swings a fair degree. You're looking at probably 4 to 4.5 feet of consistent curl, and they throw that in out all the time. And when you get to straight ice, or not ice, or get on ice that's not curling kind of that way,
Yeah.
I mean that release can cause some initial problems.
Oh,
I mean,
I would agree. Yeah.
they figure it out, so how much less ice do I have to give you, that type of thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's an adjustment.
I'm sweeping that one on the wrong side. Really, they need to keep that a little straighter, and they're kind of sweeping on the curl side. But regardless, John Epping now, it's the 2 ends in a row at least that they've had. Beecroft has been in the end. He hasn't been kind of right out of it, chasing crazy hard. So John Epping now will play the hit. Probably wouldn't hurt to get a little flop behind the guard. I don't know if he'll try to do that though, because if he just sits right there, he might allow JC to make that little roll, and he doesn't really want to do that. Even though he has a 6-point lead, he doesn't want to do that. See, the next sheet over is 5-0.
I was just gonna say,
yeah, almost the exact same scoreboard, with the exception of the third end only getting one. So there's 2. But anyway, we don't even know who's over there. As we digress a little bit here, John
I was going to say, Beecroft is probably looking at that and say, we could use the top half of that score.
Yeah. If this was like, what do you guys have in Ontario? You still have Governor Generals or something like that? Do you still have that competition?
No.
Competition?
No, they do. It's the Silver Tankard.
Yeah.
We were fortunate enough to win it a couple years back, and it might have even been the last year that they did the 2 men's teams. Now it's a men's team and a women's team.
Oh, is it?
From the same club, yeah.
When I lived in Ontario, we had Governor Generals and we had the Silver Tankard. If you won, won the Governor Generals, you couldn't play in the Governor.
Play again. That's
or something
right.
like that.
Yep. No, you're right. You're right.
Anyway, the point is, if you added the 2 games together, it's a pretty darn good game.
Yeah.
Got 6-0 over there, 5-0 here. It'd be like 6-5 total.
6-5. Yeah. And then you hear the comments. Can you guys get your crap together over there?
Yeah. Well, that's half of the thing, right? So, yeah. We have a competition down here called the McClellan Cup, which is very similar, only just not quite as competitive. And they usually have clubs challenge, etc. It's a long story, but interesting, big old trophy. JC Beecroft now playing in his first one here in N4. Looking to try to come around this corner. And have to curl a lot to get over there and sit on the blue one.
Yeah, not quite.
I tell it's really close. Unfortunately, just not quite enough.
Perfect weight, yeah.
Again, perfect weight. He's had perfect weight for every shot except for the easy.
Yeah.
That's sometimes the case, though. Sometimes that easy one just isn't. Just don't focus quite the same way. And so John Epping now will look to remove this and sit 3 and force JC Beecroft to try to take his single here in N4. And you are watching on Stadium Sports Network, Curling Stadium North Bay this week, as we bring you curling across the country. Epping with just that control weight hit.
Yeah.
Probably right on the nose, I would think here.
Pretty close.
Oh, shit. So we got that same simple draw they had last time, so let's see that JC can make it a little better this time and get on the scoreboard. Oh, I don't know where he's drawing.
Oh, I'm surprised that he wouldn't use the full ice or the full house.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is Harry is this is the shot he played the first time, assuming he's throwing it in.
Yes. Yeah, by the looks of it.
Yeah. So there's some merit in that if you've played a shot, try to play the same one again. But sometimes when you're drawing, it doesn't completely apply because you'd like to have more of the circles to draw to usually than what you have when you go to the outside. So JC Beecroft now draw for 1 here and end number 4.
Yeah, and I think, when you're playing kind of the same shot, I mean, like he's going away from, you know, the depth of the rings here.
Yeah.
And I was just gonna say too, and it doesn't look like it's heavy, but sometimes when you see the rocks out there, you go like, I can chip off of it, you know.
Yeah. And JC,
hey, there we go.
Single here, and then number 4. Got to be happy with that. But he will trail 6-1 when we come back after the break.
Ontario's mining sector is a global leader, and Agnico Eagle is proud to be at its heart. As Canada's largest gold producer, we operate world-class mines like Detour Lake and Macassa, creating thousands of jobs and driving billions in economic activity. But our impact goes beyond production. We foster a culture of the heart, investing in communities, supporting social development, and partnering with Indigenous groups to build lasting relationships and shared prosperity. We're shaping a future where Ontario remains a powerhouse in responsible resource development, strengthening the economy and enriching lives for generations to come.
Come on into Montana's, where there is a deal every day. Why not try half-price wings Mondays, $5 tacos Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, $25.99 platters Thursdays, and drink deals every day. Only at Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
Hey Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
Not nearly as many clubs partaking. So we're back for N5, and we have a change in the scoreboard. Terry, JC Beecroft coming up with a single in N4. Doesn't want to talk about it. Anyway, lost Terry for a couple of minutes here. So
no, sorry, I just muted. I didn't realize that. But yes, we got a draw for 1, and we're on the scoreboard. So this is good.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I think now that you got your 1, I don't know. It's caution to the wind to me. It's like forget anything other than just trying to get another one in behind here somewhere and throw another guard up there if you want. I don't know if I want to put it there, but you go short or you go right on top. One of the two here. Probably in most competitive play, you throw another guard up here because you're going to need more than 1. But for now,
yeah, the score kind of dictates the strategy of throwing it short, you know.
So Tyler Rowley. Looks like you might end up with 1 up there anyway.
Yep.
Hard to tell. Looks like I keep thinking they're going to die a little bit higher than they do, but they just seem to kind of drag along there. Not too bad. But you know what? That's pretty near perfect, I think.
Yeah, and you know John's going in, so.
Yeah. And McMillan. And John doesn't have a lot of options here. He can't remove, can't do anything with those stones, so he can't even move them off the center line. Never mind getting rid of them because they're both on the center line, so they're subject to the tick rule, the no tick rule. And right in here.
Yeah, no surprise that he makes this perfect.
Yeah, 2 nice shots by McMillan there. Lee can't do much better than that, to be honest.
That's right.
2 beauties. So Rob Clayton now will be asked to draw right on top of the Blues. Don't want to bounce off here. You'd like to just be right on the nose or even a little bit inside the nose if you can get there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's
Too
heavy.
heavy, yeah.
And we talked a little bit earlier about, where you miss shots, and it's just not one that you can miss heavy, unfortunately. That's easier said than done sometimes.
Right. And you can see John's not gonna, run up and peel the front stones. I think he thinks he's in a pretty good situation, and he's gonna just attack.
Yeah, I think it's you got to be careful when you do those kinds of things. But I think in this case, with the two teams on the ice, I can go ahead and do that and really try to end this one early, sort of thing, is what I'm sure, at least, although he may not admit it, probably runs through his head a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
This is where, I think it boils down to you don't fear your opponent, and I'm gonna go out on the limb and probably get my hand slapped and say I don't think he believes that the team he's playing is kind of good enough to stay with him. So
yeah,
I don't know if that's a lack of respect or just stating the obvious, but
yeah, it's sort of reality sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So Clayton now will ask to play another draw, try to get one in there somewhere, corner freeze on one of these blue stones, perhaps. It looks like it might be heavy again. Can't quite tell, but it looked like by the little whack of the broom there that indicates he's probably a little bit on the heavy side, and he is. And it will not do anything but touch that one and go out the back. That's actually heavier than the first one by quite a bit. So,
And that's just not how you want to miss that. If you miss it just short, okay, now maybe you can promote it at some point. But yeah, they've just got nothing out of their misses today, at least in the first 5 ends.
It sounds a bit ridiculous, but it's tough for Epping right now to try to figure out even what to play. But
yeah,
because he really doesn't need any more in there, and he might make it easier if he keeps piling them in there. But what do you do here? I don't know, Terry. He looks like he's just going to come down the back one out the 12.
Yeah, I think you draw down to the back one there.
Yeah, he has hammers too, so that's part of it. It gives us a chance to see how much curl there is going to the outside.
Yeah, not a lot.
No, it's surprising, actually. No, there's not a lot of curl at all there. That would be only, it's going to get over there probably, but just barely.
Yeah. Perfect weight.
Yeah, really, really good. So there is a little bit of opportunity here for the Beecroft team. Like, you could come around the high red and then the higher of the bunch blues, tuck it in there for maybe number 2 or something like that.
Yeah, I think, if John's playing kind of anybody else, he might have gone up and with the hammer and peeled just a single peel on the top one.
I think you're right. I think you take this game to a tour game or something where you have a 6-1 lead over somebody. You're not going to give them any kind of an opportunity like this, but still, this looks like this could be really good if it ever gets by the top one.
No, it's on the top one.
No. Unfortunately, the sweepers just didn't pick it up early enough. Oops. Sorry about that, everybody. I didn't know that was even on.
Hi, is this Rob?
Yeah. I figured I was said the wrong thing somewhere. Somebody's calling to say, don't be talking about my brother like that or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was close to being a good shot. If he had just picked that up a little bit sooner.
Yeah, for sure.
The line was really close to being good, but just hit it off.
But you see, that miss is, at least it's in play, and John's now got to, make a really good shot here. Because he doesn't want to leave that there to be promoted. He's got the hammer. He's you said it a little earlier. Like he's trying to end this quickly now. You know,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
pick up
I don't know
another.
what the rules are. Sometimes they have rules about how many innings you have to play.
Yeah, yeah.
Certainly at the national level. I don't know if the provincial level, if they do or not, and it might depend on TV and all kinds of stuff. Who knows?
Yeah, because I don't think they do. Because I mean, I've seen teams that are, you know, kind of, they're not going anywhere, and they've played a couple ends, and look how good that is. Oh, a little light.
Wow. But probably just number, what is that? I don't know, we see it on the overhead in a minute. Maybe we can see what it looks like, but there we go. So just number 3.
Yeah.
But number 3, but has provided a little bit of a backing for this next shot.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jerry, or whoever was doing that for us. Yeah, an actual kind of out of nowhere, a little bit of an opportunity here. You got to make a good shot, but I would not have expected you to. No, this doesn't sound good. I always look at the sweepers on these shots right off the bat just to see what they think. What they think, but they haven't been right a few times. So
it is heavy, but it will curl. So, but you don't want to chip that back one of yours out.
No, don't. Well, yeah. Would have been better off to miss it or touch it. Just, well, not maybe miss it, but just feather it over a little bit would have been okay. But anyway, Epping now will draw to sit 3. If he can put it in the right spot, it's going to be really tough for Beecroft to get out of this.
Yeah. See all these, you know, top teams, you know, they really put a lot of rotation on the rock.
Yeah, wild the way some of those last shots are going down, how some of these good teams have figured out how to spin that thing down there and actually with the right weight. That's hard to do, as I'm sure you know. I've thrown a couple like that over the time, but I don't really have a clue how hard to throw them. Anyway, that's probably not perfect. Get a better look here at these 2 rocks. Looks like it could probably come off the, if you can get to the inside of that red, it's probably hard. But if you get to get the inside,
I think I don't think you're ever getting shot. Getting second shot would be an accomplishment.
Yeah. Get a diploma or something for that. Yeah. Not getting a degree, but we're going to give you a diploma for that shot.
That's right.
Unfortunately, all of the rocks that could help are all blue out there. Like you look at that little moon of blue stones, and they could all be helpful, but they aren't because they're not yours. And your red one that's at the back is there. I don't know. I don't think you do anything on that side, do you?
No. I think all he's got really is the shot that both he and John played the time before, and see if you can't throw it perfect weight, and just get by that top blue one that John just threw.
Yeah.
Or I guess it wasn't John that threw it. It was Jake. And see if you can't get second shot.
Yeah. I agree with you, Terry. I think you go down there, you could say just back 8 or whatever that weight is to get to that red stone, and it'll be somewhere where Epping can't really maybe do anything with it. You might be able to do something with it the next shot. You might not, but I'll tell you what, I don't know that this is getting you.
Yeah, I don't know if Kaylee or if it's Matt, if you got a quick overhead shot of this, because it looks like he's just trying to hit what he can see and make the double. Which I mean, if he ever did it, he sits 2. I thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. I think it had to be Matt. So I don't know. Sometimes he doesn't work the cameras. Whoever's working the cameras, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, real good shot of that. Thank you.
That's and that's a good shot because I didn't think this was here. I thought this shot jams on the red or something like that. And actually, if you could ever make this, Terry, you'd be sitting two.
Two, yeah.
Yeah. Let's throw a little harder than this, though. I think.
Yeah, you would think is right. This is all over the front. It's all over the front. Yeah, it's just watch it curl. Like there's no weight to this. I don't know what this was.
No, I don't either. Well, I think it was what you kind of said. To be honest, I just don't know how he would have thought he would make it with that weight. Like that was probably not getting rid of either stone. Anyway, that's not his thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But I actually like the call now that we saw it on the overhead. I think that was not a bad call.
I just don't know because you needed to throw some weight. I don't know how much he could really see from the hack, because that was the big thing. But he's got an in off of the red that got promoted there. It's off in the wings, but again, I don't know how you get. I don't know how you get shot because I would think you'd have to throw it pretty hard.
Yeah,
he doesn't look like he's got that's in his arsenal.
No, I think you're probably right. But it is only a 6 foot roll to the button or something. Can't be that hard. Anyway, so what's Epping doing here? He's going to run the blue back on the red?
No, I think he's just playing oh, okay, then he is. I was just gonna say, I thought he was just playing a tap to the 4 foot, but you're right with this way. Needs to curl a bit.
I don't know that I understand this shot either.
No, I didn't either, but that opens it up.
Well, exactly. That's what I figured too. I'm thinking even if he made it, I don't know if it was going to be great. Like I don't know exactly what it was he was trying to make, but.
Well, I think he nailed it. I think he was trying to raise the blue onto the red.
Onto the red, yeah. Which would have jammed on the other. I don't know. I don't. Sometimes beyond me. I think so. So Beecroft with an opportunity here to maybe do something really, really good. He could bite the pinhole and be in really good shape.
This reminds me of the first end when he kind of, as you said, did a highway robbery there and with this last one and John went from looked like a pretty much guaranteed 3 to just 1.
Yeah.
Needs to find T-line weight. This looks like just out of his hand. I think this ends up curling too much, doesn't it?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think they better sweep it.
Yeah, so this is short and on the front.
They need to sweep that all the way. Never really even. He was probably light anyways, but really, Terry, they needed to be on that right out.
Yeah, I didn't think they took enough ice myself. And
I think you're right. I think you're right.
John just peels this for 1, 2, 3, probably 4.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, who knows? He's already got 2, so.
Yeah. Hits it anywhere high, it's pretty much guaranteed 3. So.
Yeah, I agree. John Epping's final stone in end number 5 at the Northern Ontario Men's Provincial Championships. Not sure where the women don't have a Northern and South, do they?
Well, we just have the Ontario.
Yeah. Women aren't as cocky as you, man.
Yeah, that's right.
So it looks like a score of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6.
Yeah.
And it looks like this one's all over, Terry.
Yeah.
Tough battle, tough game for Beecroft for sure. Epping was obviously good enough in this game. I don't know how good, but they were really challenged. But it's going to be a threat to win this thing, that's for sure.
You bet. I mean, they're the favorites going in, and there's, would we say, 16 teams here vying for one spot, one champion, and but yes, Epping will be definitely a favorite.
So for Terry, myself, Jim Nix, and for Matt on our production side, well, thank you for taking this one in, and hope you enjoy the rest of the weekend here in North Bay on Curling Stadium, North Bay. Goodbye for now.
Come on into Montana's, where there is a deal every day. Why not try half-price wings Mondays, $5 tacos Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, $25.99 platters Thursdays, and drink deals every day. Only at Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.